right. How's everyone doing today? Everyone's good. I have my chat. I see everyone in the chat, so I want everyone to be as hyped as I'm gonna be. All right, because I get excited. I get really excited about these opportunities. Okay. My main purpose always is to elevate. I use UFEV, right? The utmost frequency, energy, vibrancy to my highest self. That's how I operate as much as possible, even on my low days. Guys, I wake up in the morning all the time, like just on the lowest spirits. And then, as we heard earlier, Joel had great techniques. I use a lot of techniques to lift myself up, to speak to myself and like elevate myself to who I am, my true power every morning so I can do my best every day. So today, guys, honestly, it's just gonna be me and you. Look, I'm looking at you guys. If you're on your phone, I'm sorry, but you'll get my passion, you'll get my words, all right? Um, I'm gonna come from my heart. I'm gonna show you how to take all this phenomenal information that you're getting from all these people. I'm going to show you how to raise yourself to a new consciousness to be able to obtain the information, apply the information, and move forward. Okay. Because for me, I'm not the best with all that. So I use some of these guys for that. But I have the passion and I know how to manifest and I know how to visualize and I know how to create with energy. So that's what we're going to be really talking about today is energy, frequency, vibrancy. Albert Einstein said the whole universe is made from frequency, energy, vibrancy. You understand that, you understand the universe, okay? What you're vibing, what your frequency is, what your energy, what your focus is, that's what you're gonna bring into your life. Okay. So I don't do a ton of these talks. So I want to introduce myself for people who don't really know me. So I'm Alex Corral. I'm owner of Cabinet Coding Kings. This year we did 2 million, and then we've done that for the last like 3 years, give or take. And I've never in my life done anything in service. Okay. I don't, I'm probably one of the worst cabinet painters in this chat right now. Okay. I used to be pretty good, but not anymore. So my story starts out as someone, honestly, guys, who had huge ambition, had a lot of desire, and I couldn't get it right, guys. There was a lot of things that went right in my life, and I just could never seem to be successful. Like I was so close. I was so close. I was so close. And it just always brought me down. Okay. I'm gonna skip forward to a time period where I had restaurants and nightclubs, and I was fairly successful, had what most people would love in a life and what I thought I wanted in my life, right? Money, popularity, to be able to do basically what I felt I wanted to do. And I was the most depressed I ever was in my life, guys. That's a tough day. When you think you've reached a point where you have everything you want, and then you're the saddest you've ever been in your life. What do you do those in that time period? Right? That's a tough time. So what I did, and it took a lot of grit, I left the restaurant, and Tanner Mullen, actually my best friend, he was one of the main reasons that I was able to get out of there, leave behind the restaurant business, lose everything that I spent 5, 10 years building, and start all over. But I did that because I felt it in my heart. I felt it in my heart, and then I had a good people around me to allow me to elevate. All right. So I'm talking about I had money, I had everything, and I was as depressed as it could be. So that started my journey into really digging into my internal self, my who is Alex Corral, right? Because I already climbed a ladder that was the wrong ladder. I climbed the wrong mountain because of what other people said that was happiness. So I had to come back down that one. So this time I'm like, I'm not climbing up another mountain or ladder because other people say that's the right one. And that's what makes you happy. I'm gonna see what makes Alex happy. Like, how can I be like generally pumped every morning to be like, man, I can't wait to do that. Or at least get up every morning to see what that possibility could be. Okay. That's what I'm here to really bring to you guys. Okay. I want you guys to really see what makes you happy. Look at all these phenomenal people here who've built these phenomenal companies. Okay. They're passionate. They do it from their heart. I guarantee all of them have put blood, sweat, and tears more than you can even imagine to get to where they're at now. And they're going to keep doing it to go even further. But you got to get the passion, the heart, so that you don't stress yourself out and overload. Think about if you can wake up every morning, have passion to do all your actions, and just tear through anything that would be difficult before. I call difficulties, I call challenges blessings. Okay. They're all blessings. What blessing is this going to give me today? Okay. So that's what we're going to go into. We're going to go into how can you stop for a second and actually know what your next step is. Okay. So one thing I did, I created my own lifestyle. Okay. My own lifestyle is boom nominalism. Boom nominalism is basically I go out there and I try to be 1% better every moment. Every moment. So every moment I'm trying to be intentional. What if you were intentional every single moment on exactly the vision you wanted? What if you sat down and actually accomplished that? That 1% better a day, you would surpass that. But first, you got to get to that 1% a day. And that takes a lot of practice. 95% of people are in autopilot 95 to 99% of every day, meaning you're running on a computer program. So when you're listening to music or when you're thinking or when you're doing anything that you're not being creative, you are in your autopilot, you're not growing. Okay, so you got to be so intentional every moment now. This is your time. This is when you got to start doing it. It sucks because you really go into your darkness and you see how you really are, and usually you don't want to go there, but you got to. That's where all the lessons are. That's where all the juice is, the passion. That's where you make yourself strong. Okay, you go into the darkness and you create from there. Okay, use your imagination to elevate yourself from where you were before. Okay, that's what you have to do every single day. You got to wake up passionate. You got to wake up, okay? Literally wake up when you wake up. Don't just wake up and start doing your normal routine. I wake up at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. All right? Not every day, but that's my goal. Do I have to? No. But I like to meditate. I like to do some brain work. Then I go try to get my workout done in the morning, and I come back and try to have my breakfast and get ready. Get ready to have my best day because every day, that's it. What if you just said, I'm going to give my best today? And it doesn't matter what happens. Don't worry about the future. Don't worry about the next day. What's going to happen today? And then in the morning, you do want to prime yourself. You want to imagine, okay? You want to imagine. Your imagination is your connection to God, to the consciousness, to your elevated consciousness. I call myself Alexander the Utmost. Okay, when I'm Alexander the Utmost, I'm the utmost prosperity, the utmost success. Like my goals are tremendous. I usually fail every month, every year, because my goals are outrageous. But guess what? I get close and people are like, holy shit, you did that. I'm like, yeah, but I didn't, it's all good. I have more to go. But I detach from needing to hit that goal. That's the number one thing you got to do. You got to have your imagination. You got to go inside yourself. You got to make this whole nother space for yourself. Okay. And then You got to let go of the outside world. If you want to get to a whole nother lifestyle, a whole nother level of money, a whole nother level of business, you got to let go where you're at and sit in the vision of where you want to be and stay there. And you stay there and you stay there and you detach from anything that happens that's deriving you from being in the seat of your desire. Okay, so you got to feel it. That's the main thing. Because you could visualize, okay? You can say whatever you say, but if you don't feel it from your heart, guys, if you're not feeling it from your heart, it's not going to work because you're not making yourself believable to you or the universe or anyone else. That's why right now I'm looking you in the face. I want you to feel it. I want you to feel my heart. This is all I do. Like, this is my passion. My passion is to make myself the best person I could be so I could learn the most about myself I could learn, and I could give everyone as much information to grow and thrive and be phenomenal. Okay? So, this is the time to listen to where I will give you some steps and I would say hacks to be able to take this information that these phenomenal people who are on high frequency energy and vibrancies are at, and you could download them, bring them in, and elevate yourself and be there just like any one of them. No one here is special. We're all beautiful people. We're all phenomenal individuals. We just got to believe in ourselves, visualize it, and feel it. Feeling it's the most important thing. When you feel it, you'll grab it, you'll get it, you'll go after it. Okay, but you can't visualize something in a low frequency and think you're gonna get anything. All right? You're like a radio station. If you tune to a certain radio station that you like, you're gonna get that music, right? But if you don't even know what your frequency is, how the hell are you gonna do anything different than what you're doing? You're just gonna be stuck on this frequency that you can't even hear because you're sleeping. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to be your best, not just for you, for your family. You got to make sure your wife or your partner or whoever, they know you're there for them. Okay? You got to make sure you're there for your kids. You got to make sure if they don't do anything spectacular or they are spectacular, they're the most phenomenal to you and you got their back. Your workers, your friends, you're always there for them. You're the best for them, but you don't do things for them. You just become your best, yourself-ish for yourself, and you're selfless because you make yourself so incredible that you spread the wealth. Okay? That's my goal. My goal is to be my best, Alexander the utmost, and everything that comes to me, I want to bless to everyone else. All right? So that's what we're going to go into. So I came up with boom nominalism. Like I said, it's 1% better every moment. That's my thing. All right? Alexander the Utmost, my thing. Make your guys your own thing. Make your own avatar. Who's your best person? What the fuck's he look like? Okay? Who is he? Who are you? Who do you want to be? What's it feel like to be that guy? Huh? What's it feel like to accomplish those things you want to accomplish? Stay there. It's going to be uncomfortable because you're like, this is not me. You get to you get to be uncomfortable and pursue it in confidence with faith with God, you are all a frequency of God. He wants you to be the best you could be anything you want. You just have a whole bunch of programming in your head that's limiting you and you're not getting to what you want to do. Okay, so this is what we're gonna talk about, the energy bank. I call it an energy bank. Before I get into that, I just want to go over, one major thing. Everyone wants to change the outside, what your business looks like, what your family looks like, how you look, how everything looks outside. Guess what? Nothing's going to change outside until you go inside and you change yourself and you discipline yourself and you make yourself the individual that's going to keep the outside at a high level. All right. Nothing will change outside unless you change your internal self. I swear, I promise you that. You got to go inside, you got to do the internal work, and the outside will change automatically. Trust me, I have a $2 million cabinet painting business. We do 6 jobs a week. I work maybe 20, 30 hours a week. I brought my guys have never left. I had them for 3 to 5 years. I've never hired anybody. The universe brought me anyone. My wife, I was single for 3 years because I was making myself better. I go to this self-awareness seminar. I meet my wife. I don't believe in love at first sight, but I'm open to whatever. And then boom, 6 months later, she's moving to Florida from Texas. 6 months after that, I'm married. We've never fought. Guess why? Because I've changed to be the man to be able to attract a phenomenal woman and a phenomenal relationship and have a phenomenal life. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of things that go wrong, and there's plenty of opportunities that we could have fought, but I sat there and said, who am I? Am I the person who wants to, make things worse, or am I gonna elevate myself and be the best human being I could be and make this situation work? And it's the same thing with your business, guys. Joel said it earlier. You got to sit down, relax, and hone in on who you want to be. The energy bank. We're gonna get into this because I'm probably just gonna sit on that. I have a lot of other shit I want to talk about, but the energy bank's it's everything, guys. So this is what it is. Energy is your biggest resource. It's literally what you focus on. Whatever your energy is what you're focusing on. So think about your energy instead of money in a bank. Think about you have an energy bank. Every single thing you do, your energy is going positive or negative. Think about that. Even when you're not thinking, how you feeling inside? What is your frequency and energy inside? Huh? Do you even know? Do you even try to sit there and think for a second, how am I feeling? Do you even ask yourself? Do you even care about yourself that much? You're caring about everyone else in the freaking world, how they think about you, what the hell, oh, am I looking good? Or what do they think about me? Did I work out today and do I look good enough? Or this and that? Take a second. How do I feel? Am I stressed out? Do I need to take a second? Do I need to go fucking meditate for like 30 minutes and relax? That's what's gonna get you to the next level, guys. Your focus on who you are, how you are, and how you're doing things every second. Every second. I work on it every day. That's why I'm so passionate. I go insane. I see how far I gotta go, but I also see how far I've come. I was the opposite of what this is. And I'm gonna even grow that much more. And I understand I have to go inside, just like the production rates from all the other presentations or all the anything showing percentages and all this. You do the same thing with yourself. Go inside and see what percentage are you negative, positive? Are you bringing negativity home to your family, to your wife and kids who try to support you, and then you're so upset at customers and things that happen all day that you give them your negative energy? Are you nuts? You sit in that fucking driveway and you let all that crap go and you come in as your second job and you make sure you're the best human being you could be. Your house, if things in your job aren't good and then the things in your house aren't good, what do you think's gonna happen in your life? You're gonna be all over the place. You're gonna be emitting stress nonstop. What do you think's gonna come right back at you? Your antenna, you see all those G antennas? That's what you are. Your spinal cord, that's what it is. I'm not gonna get into that because people might be like, what's he talking about? But you're literally an antenna. You're like an Instagram, okay? Whatever you're focusing on the most, you're gonna see. You're gonna get back from the universe. Just like Instagram, when you stop and click at something or you stare at one of the things a little more, that's exactly what you get. You get more of those advertisements, right? That's the same algorithm the universe works on. You are what you're getting. What if you can, everything that happened to you, say, all right, how did I attract this? When my guys mess up in the business, I'm like, how did I attract that? How was I being that attracted that? And then what's the blessing I get out of this? How do I get to become better How do I get to raise my frequency, energy, vibrancy to the next level? What's that next level? Where are you? Do you even know where you're at? What are you eating? What are you watching on TV? What are you listening to? Like what's going on with you? Do you like guys, how all these guys broke down their business? You need to break yourself down. Then you can put both worlds together. And it's phenomenal. Look, I don't run my business like anyone else in this whole thing. I'm just gonna be straight up. I'm not the one you want to take business advice from. But I'll tell you this, I know how energy works. I've never hired anybody for my business that didn't come to me. And I do a $2 million cabinet, but I said just cabinets, six a week, six a week. I never go to a job site ever. I get all my checks on Monday. I have an admin and but let me make sure. We cultivated a phenomenal family. All right. And guess who what you're getting right now, they get every Monday. So guess what their mindset is? Their mindset's HFED. Problem comes up. I got that, Alex. Alex, I got it. All my guys got it. And if they didn't, they left. I need the highest frequency, energy, vibrancy, not people who are skilled. I need the highest mindset. I need the best human being, the best heart. That's what I don't accept anything else. You will leave my circle if you're not that person. I don't need you around. I don't need you around me. And that's how strong you have to be. What are you going to accept in your world? That's the energy bank. All right. So you wake up in the morning. How you feeling? What are you doing? Are you rushing? Are you waking up just in time to get to your appointment or to talk to this or talk that? No, you're already autopilot. You're done. You're not changing. You don't have the bandwidth to get out of your computer brain. You gotta wake up early, have a game. All right, I wanna visualize these successes. Joel said it earlier. Listen to what he said. He walked you through it. I'm gonna visualize this, and you visualize it, but you have to detach from that. You have to visualize. You have to be in the feeling. If you don't get in the feeling of the wins, you have to be in the feeling of the wins. You gotta feel it. You gotta be like, yes. Like I'll wake up and I'll be like, yes, yes, let's go. Are my days always phenomenal? They're not always phenomenal, but I make it the most phenomenal because guess what? If you're in the highest frequency, energy, vibrancy, your day's gonna be the best day it could have been, period. Whatever life brings to you, because life's gonna be whatever it can be. But if you're your best, if you're hitting, if you're doing every single thing you could do, and you don't need to do extra, guys. I'm telling you, you don't need to do extra. I don't do extra, and extra comes to me. Okay? I almost get $100,000 weeks in sales. Okay? And I don't do extra. I'll just usually go on 10 appointments and close 10. I've cultivated a phenomenal flow for myself. It took a while. It's not like it happened overnight. But my first year in business, I did 1.5 and cabinets only. And I never had a service-based business. Tanner Mullen helped a lot, by the way. Let me just shout him out. He's always been there for me, by the way. And that's why I attracted people who can help me where I'm not the best. Aiden Smith helped me out a big time, with my production rates, something I probably wouldn't have done, but I attracted him to help me with that in my business. Boom. I started charging like 20% more. Guys, you got to be in the success frequency. Your energy bank is like, are you with everything that happens in your life, can you put like a little marker on your head right here that says positivity, optimism, any challenge I will make a blessing. And you think of everything and you make it like and so you're like, how would I thought about it? All right, I'm thinking about it like this. How would my best self think about it? When you switch into that new mindset and you do that enough, you're transferring those negative currencies into the energy bank, into a positivity. And that's what the 1% better is. That's what the 1% better every day, every moment. That's when you're going to a new level, guys. Every moment, what's your energy like? Are you going to your appointments nervous, scared, like, oh, why do I got to do this? Or are you putting on some motivational stuff? Are you hyping yourself up? How you elevate to a new consciousness is how you speak to yourself. What's the voice in your head? Have you ever taken a second to like listen what's going on in your head? Because if everyone is quiet right now, you can say hello in your head and you hear it. So obviously that's not you. That's not you're the observer of everything of your thoughts. So you're not your thoughts. Okay? So whenever or you're not your feelings. Okay? Right now you're driven in autopilot by your thoughts and your feelings because you haven't worked on it enough. Okay? But when you work on enough, that's what Joel was saying, you can generate triggers where you generate positive energy and then you have to stay in that state because if you do that in the morning, if you're like, oh, no, I'm ready, and then you get a phone call and it devastates you, it's not going to work. You got to stay in that state and get that phone call and be like, all right, that used to be able to mess me up. Now I'm gonna bulldoze through this thing. It might not be the best thing in the world, but make it fun. Be like, oh man, I'm gonna make that. Usually this sucks. I'm gonna make it fun. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with, if I have some fun with these situations that used to seem challenging. Every level has this new devil, guys. Don't think because like where you're at now, that next one, there's gonna be new things you gotta go through, new demons inside you gotta go through. Every level you get to, you have to overcome yourself to believe that you are able to sustain this new level or even get to this new level. All right. Your old self is gonna try to talk you down. That energy bank, where are you at? 50% negative, 50% positive? Or you more, most people are 90% negative, 10% positive. You think you're gonna grow it all there? No, that's why you gotta watch yourself. And it doesn't matter if you're in a low state, if it doesn't matter if you're in a low state. If you say, how can I be 1% better in this low state every moment right now? You're growing. That's positive energy into the bank. You're taking from the negative. You're depositing into the positive. You're changing your mindset, your computer system. It's all inside. All the outside is what you've generated from the past couple months. So another thing I want to talk about, energy bank. The more you start depositing into the positivity, you got to be patient. Things aren't just going to swish over instantly. You still got some backlash from how you were acting before. So that's where that roller coaster ride comes in. But if you're aware, hey, I know I'm shifting over here, there might be some tests and battles, I have to watch out for, it'll be a lot smoother. Okay? That's why you go inside, you talk to yourself, you understand yourself. Okay? Because life's gonna test you to see if you want to stay at this new consciousness. Okay? That's your imagination. Your imagination is your whole life. But most people are an autopilot. So your imagination is just going on wild. It's like a wild forest. We gotta go and make it beautiful. You can make your mind beautiful. It's up to you. Okay? You gotta be disciplined, just like working out, right? You're not just gonna go in and hit up 315 if you can't even bench 200. But guess what? If you work on it for a year or two, you'll get there eventually. And then it'll be a new level, 400, right? Or whatever you want. If that's good for you, it doesn't matter. But it's always a continuous journey with your mind. So you always got to see where you're putting your energy. And you always have to make sure you're never giving the negative energy to the people who love you and try to help you, because we usually do that. We usually put our negative energy onto the people who love and care about us because we know we can, and that's so soft of people, right? They're scared of these people who are angry and mean out here, and we're not gonna, yeah, okay, I'll take your energy and then I'll give it to the people who don't deserve it. That's so soft. Guys, come on. You gotta be freaking strong. And you gotta say, you don't fight with those people because they're energy vampires. They need that. They're so stressed out. They want someone to get angry with them. Let them be angry. Talk to them in a soft voice. Sometimes listen, guys, are you going to let money affect your energy? If you're abundant, we're in this success frequency. We have plenty of money. I don't let, if someone is arguing with me about like 100, $200, $500, keep it. I'm good. I'm good. I will have plenty. I will always have plenty because of how I am. I'm not nervous. If you need that, take it. Guess what? Karma's gonna get them. That's all. It's all good. That's what you got to see every moment, guys. You got to see every moment. You got to see what's going on because life is your literally your video of who you are. It's trying to show you who you are, how you are inside. Where you try to avoid yourself, it's going to come out if it needs to come out. You have a lot of energy pain in there. All that negative energy that you dug down inside, all that stuff is making you sick, is causing cancers, just like all the other crap that's out there in this world. But that stuff does it too, guys. So you really got to be aware of what's going on. All right, you got to see, damn, like maybe I do maybe this crazy guy Alex has something. Okay? Maybe he does. Trust me, my business runs off faith. No, but I have also, look, I'll just say this. I have the most phenomenal guys, honestly, in the world. My guy Logan, my project manager, super like I give him he makes a hundo a year, 100K easy. Because I want to give him that. I don't have to worry about projects. Guys, you guys see who's worth like the amounts. And I give my guys way more than what percentages you guys are talking about, but I also charge a good amount. And I do some extra things where, I don't need to pay others. So again, guys, energy, frequency, vibrancy, where are you at? What makes you happy? Get modalities to get you to a certain time, a certain height. Allow the visualizations in the morning to help you see how you want the day to turn out. Okay, those are all energy bank. That's you're already starting the day putting phenomenal, like millions of dollars in the energy bank, in the positivity. Okay. You want to sit in that energy, you want to sit in that feeling, you want to meditate in that feeling so that your body gets so used to that feeling. That's what it becomes. So now your focus is on doing things automatically. Now you're automatically doing actions to get that. Okay, that's what I love when I manifest things. Like I'll just automatically go and do things and it'll happen. All right. So this is definitely different than most people's concepts, but that's why I'm bringing this in for you guys so you can hear a whole nother level of internal work. Okay. There's meditation. It's how you eat. Like literally what you eat is what you are, guys. Like what types of foods are you eating? You got to see what the best types of food for you are. Like you should literally take a blood work test, go to a lab, and then take that to a nutritionist who could then tell you, hey, this is would be your best diet right now to get you your healthiest. And that might change over time. But you keep doing that, that makes you become your best person energetically with physically doing something, right? That along with the visualization and then your awareness of being your best self in every moment, boom, now you're at another level. Talk about unrecognizable. You're literally reincarnated to a whole new human being. And people are like, the other people around you might be like, dude, what happened to you? You don't do the same things anymore. Oh, you don't drink with us anymore, or you don't do these drugs anymore with us, or you don't stay out as long anymore with us. Yeah, because I'm a whole nother level of human being. I got other things I got to worry about. And if I want to be this level of human being, I need to make sure I adopt these habits to make sure I can accomplish these things. Because if you guys make goals and you are doing the same shit that you were doing before you made the goals, you think you're gonna hit the goals? Get out of here. I woke up at 4 in the morning. I wake up at 4 in the morning so that I could do my meditations, I could do my brain work, I could work out, and then I could make sure I'm still there for my family. And then for my business, right? Because I have big goals for health, and I've had big goals for family, and I have big goals for business. So if I ever want to do anything extra for any parts of those, I'm like, all right, if I do extra for that, I got to do extra for all of them. How do you do that? You got to make sure you don't leave your family hanging. That's not going to work out. Okay. Your family has to be number one. You come home, they need to make sure love, like you guys are all about love. Okay. That's the main thing. You got to put love out there. And this work isn't easy, guys, because it's not like when you do stuff physically and you can see the results right away. Like this, it takes time. You have to have the faith and you got to do it every morning. And it might take years. Think about it. Think about if you program, you're all programs. If you've never tried to unprogram what you've been for 20, 30 years, do you think it's going to take 2 weeks to unprogram you? No, it's probably going to take 5, 10 years if you do it at a high level. Okay. So you got to really understand, look into how you can make yourself better internally. Like look into some of these guys, Joe Dispenza, he's really good. He puts the scientific and the esoteric together very well. So I implore you to do these and seek internal work so that you can make your external the best it could be. Are we good, Eli? Or you want me to keep going?
We're good, man. About 5 more minutes, man. Take it home.
Okay, okay. All right. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for being on here. Anyone who's on here. So let me also make this clear. You made the effort. You did the energy to come here. That energy will suit you in the future. You came to a place where you have all these high level individuals giving you phenomenal information. That changed your consciousness, that changed your perception, that changed everything that you thought about before, right? All these are high level individuals doing what you want to do, right? You can do this. All you can do is you got to take what I say. You got to believe in yourself. You got to feel it. You got to know it. All right. You got to take their information. And if you can't apply it and do it on yourself, if that's not one of your habits and disciplines, it's not just going to happen overnight, guys. If that's not one of your habits and disciplines to like soak things in and then just go hammer it, reach out to the people, ask them for help. Maybe get them to coach you and see how you can adopt what they did. Don't do what they do. Make it your own. That's why I do. I listen to a lot of people, but I made my own stuff. So, because it's me, it's Alexander the utmost. And I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm not utmost or better than anyone. That's me pumping myself up to be the best I can be for you guys right now. All right? These Everyone here has great information and you should thank everyone. I want to thank everyone who put this on, and a special thanks for my best friend Tanner Mullen, who has a lot of stuff going on, and he puts these things together to make sure everyone can elevate themselves to the utmost. So I want to make sure he gets a huge shout out, and then everyone else again coming on here and spending time. All these guys are busy, okay? And we spend time preparing for this. It's not like I just get on here and talk for an hour, but most of these guys prepare, and it takes it, it's a couple hours of their busy time. So you got to give like zone in, don't be on your phones. If you're truly here to learn, you put all your stuff down and zone in. You feel it with your heart. That's what I'm talking about. You need to feel. That's why I'm in your face. I don't need to give you these slides. These slides, I didn't even talk about my slides. I just went on whatever I felt I needed to say. But I love all you. Concentrate on as much as you do external on your businesses. Probably 99% of you listening to me right now have only focus external. And what can I do external? What can I do external? I don't. When I want something, I go internal, visualize it, get the feeling of who that needs to be, how I need to be, repeat that for 3 days nonstop. Because in that time frame, you're gonna get pushback from your own mind and body. You got to stay present. You got to stay patient. Don't let things from the outside world kick you down. You'll see after a week or so, but you got to stay consistent. The shit will come to you. Not the shit, the phenomenal abundance. But uh, yeah, like honestly, guys, I put a lot of effort out there. I'm not saying I don't. I don't think I do just because I do what I like to do. But, I'll just say this. I would say 5 months ago, I didn't know if my business was gonna thrive or die. But then I injected myself and my full energy and esoteric mind into it. Didn't do anything different, nothing different. Dude, I market only $6,000 to make 2 million. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. That's not a lot. I literally in the last 5 months like doubled my business just because of how I operated and the energy I put in and the visualizations I put into the business. Because before I wasn't that focused. So remember, focus and visualization and your energy and how you're feeling. Are you nervous? Are you scared you're gonna lose stuff? Are you like in scarcity and fear? Like you gotta notice, be like, oh man, I'm in scarcity and fear. I'm gonna chill out. Because you gotta already know you've gained everything you want. Okay? That's basically the end. You gotta guard your energy like it's the most important thing in your life. Because without you, your family, your business, your kids are not going to be the best they could be. Okay? Again, guard your energy like it's the most important thing with your life and make sure you're giving the good energy to the right people. Okay? Don't give shit energy to people who will take it just because you're soft.